So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, the They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, first down. Juju is definitely a positive spirit about that man. He was noticed that he was asked in training camp by a fan to sign his head next to a tattooed Steelers logo. Piece of paper on his head, sign his head, and then when the Juju told reporters he'd give game tickets to that fan if he got a tattoo. Well, he did, and Juju came through with not only game tickets, but season tickets for the fan.
Now, there is a positive spirit about him, as you said. He does give good juju out there, and the fans feel it. In fact, at another practice session, he took part in a gender review because the fans asked him, hey, can you come over and help us out with this? He said, sure. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a goal.
Another nice gain, 13 yards at a time, another first down. Each team scored 7-7 here as the kicks away. Fielded by the D. And take this one near the 25, come at the 26-yard line. Here set to begin the drive. And for the touchdown on the last go around, obviously they're not going to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for those encounters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A very strong gain of 24.
I love watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? Guy catching the ball will get all the credit, but how about the people to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well. Perfectly executed passing route. Looking to throw again inside Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there in second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because the coverage was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Early 39 here for a first. This is third down. Themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Two big plays in succession. Make sure this D-goes with him. And they got to get into this first. And it fires right into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown. Here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 on the score. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. But people call it dagger, they're trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they just have to get the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Roethlisberger. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain of 31 on third down. It's a great throw right there. Really showed a lot of confidence in his receiving.
He certainly did. That was in there a long time. But he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 38 yards of a scamper there. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards ahead, as they get extra point from tying this football game. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right around the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit to the 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. The last play just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Completes it right side of the quarter. They'll have a first down past the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
So how does a guy like him get that right?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know who he is and cover him on every play. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. On second down, it's Pollard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Tony Pollard, 52 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, a lot of things things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. Doesn't matter what guy you decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like throwing the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles White touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing. It's starting to feel a little more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second down now, it's coming. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs, and how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy. They continue to work on yards like this.
Now Snell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there. They're on a roll. It's another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And Minor coming up here at halftime to ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from the back and forth first half that we've seen. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Possession, and he pulls it in. And they're going to do the number 4 getting this inside the 30. 23 yards of final tally. When we see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver for the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now a throw in zone on first down, but it ends up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come out first and goal. It's caught at the 7-yard line. Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 55 seconds to go until halftime. The 6-yard line on the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Ben to throw it in. Got his hands caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vince McDonald. There goes the ball. As they have extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Maxwell. And we're going to tie game here back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here. It's been the first half all time.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple of completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range.
Cowboys use their second timeout now. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second in the yard from the 34. Here's Preston. He's going to walk through a deep outside here. This is caught inside the 15. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Forced out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He wants the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Throw it up again, and there he goes. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for the Steelers score. How about that for a moment? That's a fake. They'll try and count for it. That's caught. And he's in the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And for the defense, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had a shot to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you, no one practices fumble return for a touchdown like that. And now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Easy, easy. Hey, Haywood. There's 2 of them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 59 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Topper! Hey, shoot!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, 42 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 23 yards the pickup there. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
34 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Mark Barron charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie. That's a what? Tighten up. Middle.
Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. 25. Check 25. Nicker, got to spin. 54. 44. 54. No spacing. Right there.
And the blitz does come. And he's got Moncrief. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Steelers first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
180. Check. Monday. Crunch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lock 80.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Alert 3.
Easy. Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Prescott from the gun on third. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider. Decision to go for it there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
General West, show that bench release and go. 54. Mike's 50. Bravo. Not today, you are.
Now Roethlisberger. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 27, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 31. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 81 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation. with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Roethlisberger will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
49, check 49, check 49. Kill. Check. Lucky. Check. No. Off. You go tank.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Go. Take both of them. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Watch twins. 36.
Check. Fresno. Like I said.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
Middle.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check three, check three, check three.
There we go, kill.
He's coming. We got double up. No time.
This is Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say if you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit.